Okay, Hepcats, this is a guide to the Witch Doctor Mundunugu Spirit Barrage build. This is the speed farming version, and it's only a few simple changes. If you're playing the actual Mundunugu Spirit Barrage build right now and you're GR pushing, there's only a few changes you need to make, and then you'll be into speed farming action in no time. So let's quickly start with skills, and then we'll go into the gear, and I'll do a gameplay example. We'll go through this as quickly as possible. I promise you, this is super fast. You ain't gonna be disappointed. So we're using Spirit Barrage with Money 2, Horrify with Frightening Aspect. Now with Horrify, you can use Stalker. However, Stalker will increase your movement speed, but if you find yourself taking too much damage, you can just use Frightening Aspect, and that way you'll gain armor. Especially if you're farming XP pools, and if you want to push Greater Rift and farm your Paragon points, and you don't want to die because that way you'll lose your XP pool farming, then you can go Frightening Aspect for some survivability. I don't think Stalker makes a huge difference, so I stick with Frightening Aspect for some survivability anyway, and it really benefits us because some of the changes that we make to our gear also decreases our damage reduction aspect also. So using Locust Swarm with Pestilence here, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy with Ghost Trance, Spirit Walk with Severance, Soul Harvest with Languish. So nothing changes much there, other than we're not using Piranhas, we're using Horrify instead. The passives, Grave Injustice, Swampland Attunement, Spirit Vessel, and Rush of Essence. The gear that we're using, so just like the original Mundunugu GR pushing build, we're using 5 pieces of Mundunugus: the helm, the chest, the shoulders, the gloves, and the boots here. We're sticking with Captain Crimson's belt and pants. We are, however, not opting to go with Traveler's Pledge and Compass Rose. Instead, we're using the Flavor of Time. So when we activate pylons or shrines, the effect lasts twice as long. So it's a nice little effect there. We're using Ring of Emptiness as per GR pushing build as well. However, we've put in the Avarice Band, and also I've taken out Bane of the Stricken, and I've put in Boon of the Hoarder. Now, make sure that you level up your Boon of the Hoarder to rank 50. That way, there's a 100% chance that an enemy will be exploding in gold, and gold will be everywhere, and that is also going to increase our movement speed. Now, the reason you want to get to rank 50 is because it's not a 100% chance until you get to 50, which is the maximum level for the Boon of the Hoarder gem. Alright, so that's one of the major changes there. Also, the braces, I'm using Nemesis braces again because we are speed farming. Whenever we activate a shrine or pylon, an elite champion will spawn, and that will also allow us to progress through the rift a lot more quicker. Also, alternatively, if you're taking too much damage and you're dying too much, and maybe your Paragon points are low, whatever the case may be, if you're dying too much, you might just want to whack in Lacumba's Ornament for some extra survivability there, because like I said, we are missing flavor. Traveler's Pledge and Compass Rose, we've changed it with Flavor of Time and Avarice Band. So Avarice Band, I didn't mention, is very important because it increases the pickup radius of the gold around us. So the gold, we can pick it up a lot easier. 1 yard for 10 seconds, but because we keep picking up gold, it's going to stack up to 30. So it's going to increase the radius by 30 yards. So we only have to get not even really that close to the gold. We're just going to keep picking it up. So the trick here is to keep on moving, keep on killing, and you'll just automatically be picking up your gold along the way. So I've covered everything up there. Again, we're using Sacred Harvester also with Gazing Demise. I think I've covered everything off. So just to mention the other legendary gems we're using, we're keeping Bane of the Trapped and also the Enforcer gem. And like I said, we've changed into the Boon of Hoarder and taken out Bane of the Stricken. You can experiment and swap and change things however you see fit. This is just what I've done for my personal playstyle and my preference. The regular gems that we're using the Diamond gem in the Helm slot, and also the Topaz gems here for intelligence boosting in the chest and the pants areas. You can also try and experiment with Gold Wrap, but personally I think the Captain Crimson set is really awesome, not just for damage increasing, but for damage reduction as well. So Gold Wrap allows you to gain armor if you use it when you pick up gold. But however, we get damage reduction from Captain Crimson's as well, so I've just left Captain Crimson's for this speed farming build. But like I've mentioned, you can definitely experiment, mix and match items and see what benefits you. You can definitely try and put in gold wrap and something different into pants if you wanted to, or you can even take out Ring of Royal Grandeur, have 6 items of Mundunugus, and you can try and use your gold wrap. It's totally up to you. Experiment however you want, but I think this works the best with minimal changes as well. I think it's pretty awesome. Having a quick look at Canon's Cube here, nothing's changed here from the GR pushing build. So Ring of Royal Grandeur, Mask of Duram, and the Barber. So this is the GR pushing build, and for those of you that aren't aware, your follower, make sure that you have the relic as your follower cannot die. Stats aren't important, just make sure that this has the legendary stat equip on follower. Your follower cannot die, that way your follower cannot die, just like it says. I've got Thunder Fury here for some lightning damage. I've got Oculus Ring, which gives us those power circles and increases the damage when we stand in them. So it's pretty awesome that our follower can actually spawn those circles for us. We don't have to do any work. We don't have to equip it ourselves or have it in Canon's Cube or anything. So we just have to stand in it. The follower will spawn it for us. Wide ward, so lightning damage from our Thunder Fury goes hand in hand with wide ward, word ward. However you want to pronounce this stupid ring. Lightning damage has a 35% chance to stun enemies. So again, stunned enemies take more damage because of Bane of the Trap. It all just multiplies together and works lovely. And S of Johan, pulling in enemies, pulling in, sucking in enemies towards the follower, our Templar there. We'll group them up and then we can cast, well, we haven't got piranhas in this case, but he'll pull them in towards him, go in that area, kill them all, blow them up with Spirit Barrage in this case, and you're good to go. And Lydel's Wall, which doesn't really benefit anything other than just sits in the slot there nicely as a legendary item. I think that's pretty much the entire speed farming build covered. They're all the details that you need to know. If I've missed anything, just ask me in the comments down below. Hit me up. Don't be shy now. So let's check out a regular Nephilim Rift and see how quick this thing really is. You ready? Let's go! Okay, so we're just going to get our Soul Harvest stacks up. It's oddly quiet here. Here we go. So we Spirit Walk on in, get our Soul Harvest stacks up, start casting Spirit Barrage, and then you just start picking up gold. And just make sure that you keep your Soul Harvest stacks up as you run around. Also, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, make sure your Voodoo Daddy is up. The only thing you're going to waste time is like clicking to pick things up, because I like to pick up our Death's Breath here. Legendaries I don't worry too much about. It's mostly Death's Breath that I want now at this stage in the season. If I see a primal drop, obviously I'll grab that. But you can see now, like, the damage is just incredible. Everything just dies instantly. You don't even really need Locust Swarm all that much. I still cast it. It spreads nice. But, like, Spirit Barrage does most of the hard work for us. And it's also a nice, nifty way to pick up extra gold. As you can see, there's just gold everywhere. So when you're farming your Nephilim Rifts, you're also farming some gold. And that way you can empower your greater rifts. And like I mentioned with the shrines and pylons, when you activate them, you also will summon an elite there as well, which will boost your time in the rift as well. There's an elite here. I'm just trying to give y'all an example of how fast this thing is, so I'm not focusing on picking everything up. So people that are going to comment, oh, creepy, le creepy uncle, you're missing all of these things. Yeah, I know. I'm just, trying to show you an example of how fast this thing is. Speaking of fast, where the hell's the doorway to the next level? There it is. Could have been even faster, but wasn't sure where the door was. And if there was one more elite on that level, on that floor, then we would have already summoned the Rift Guardian and this would have been over. But after this elite pack, it's definitely it. The Rift Guardian will summon. The Rift Guardian has arrived, sorry. The Rift Guardian will arrive. Veracity. See you later. As you can see, super fast, super easy. Nothing to worry about whatsoever. An elite here. Did I hear a goblin? I'm pretty sure I heard a goblin. I know that I heard a ha-ha Might have been back the other way. Don't forget your death's breath. Obviously, I have to see what sort of goblin that is. I think I've got all the pets from the Menard. Yeah, I heard it. Definitely heard it there. What is it? A treasure goblin. Let's get some treasures. So, obviously, we were done quite a while ago, but because I heard that goblin, I got a little bit distracted there. But that is your creepy damn uncle's speed farming version of the Mundunugu brand new Witch Doctor set, focusing mostly on Spirit Barrage, but as you can see, some other skills come into play there. I hope you find this build beneficial. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, a comment down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe please, it will show your support. It is optional here, no pressure whatsoever, but you will see this creepy, ugly, hairy looking face a lot more often if you do choose to subscribe.